So, Shavuot Tov and Chag Sameach from New Zealand, if there's anyone watching yet. So, Shavuot Tov and Chag Sameach. Yeah, we're just going to wait a few minutes till past 9 o'clock to see if anyone's going to, thanks John, to see how many of us will join us on this Saturday night, Sunday morning. I was very excited because yesterday it was beautiful weather here, but hi Deb. It was beautiful weather here, but the weather in New Zealand is joining England today, and it is absolutely raining very hard, and it's actually very grey, which is very sad. So the weather and myself will be joining you guys in England, and wherever you are around the world. Hopefully this is going completely global. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to joining you guys from this side of the camera for 7th night of Hanukkah, or 7th day of Hanukkah. So yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. I hope everyone is well. I know there's a few people watching in London and maybe in Israel and hopefully in other places as well, which is very exciting. Yes. Just give it a few more minutes. So this is the first time I've lit candles during the day. I didn't light candles last night, but because I wanted to join everyone in lighting candles, we'll do that a little bit later. But I look forward to joining everybody. I look forward to seeing everyone in Finchley next week. I think, yeah, let's see how many more people there are. Oh, apparently we have people in Scotland and in Germany as well, which is great. Fantastic. Great to see other people joining in. That's brilliant. I know that I think we're the only community that lights candles, Hanukkah candles online. So I hope other people and maybe other communities take this opportunity to do it as well. It feels like bringing a little piece of home into my other home in New Zealand, which is great. And I hope it does that for everyone else. Okay. Just gonna move this out of the way. Hoping it might stop raining soon. But, maybe not. So we'll see. I've got 3 people, so that's very exciting. Looking forward to lighting candles. When I was telling people here, this is what I was doing and that I was doing it for Finchley, they were very pleased to think that New Zealand was being mentioned, you know, and remembered and thought of so very far away on the other side of the world, because being here, you're often lumped with Australia or completely forgotten about in total. So I think a lot of Kiwis were very glad to be mentioned here. I think, I'll give it another minute, I think. Yes. If anyone wants to, I guess, ask me a question or send us any feedback or comments, I think you can email the synagogue, community@frsonline.co.uk, I think, or check out our website, our fabulous website. And if you like what you see, and you can go through and look back on all the previous nights, And also you can check out our weekly Shabbat, Erev Shabbat, Kabbalat Shabbat and Shabbat morning services. Highly recommend those, they're fabulous. So check out the website and hi Laura. Check out the website, and there's loads of activities going on in the coming weeks. And as I say, you can check out our Shabbat evening and morning services online as well. Highly recommend them. So I'm going to make a start because it's just past 9 o'clock here. So Shavua Tov, Chag Chanukah Sameach. Welcome to Sunday morning and summer, although it's not particularly summer-like if you've been here a little bit longer. It's actually raining outside, just to join in with the winter flavour of Hanukkah. This is actually my third Hanukkah down south in New Zealand, which is crazy and amazing, but it's a really interesting experience being in a country which has got so few Jews. So there's only about 4,000 Jews, most of whom live here in Auckland, but we're very much surrounded by Christmas and Santa Claus and all that goes with Christmas. There's no local signs at the supermarkets that say, you know, Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish customers. They sell donuts, but they don't understand why suddenly loads of people come in and buy donuts from them. So it's really a very very different experience to London, Northwest London, and certainly very different from Israel. But very excitingly, in the past few years, the Jewish community of all across the spectrum come together on the Sunday night of Hanukkah. So tonight for me, tomorrow night for you, we will be lighting a large Chanukiah in one of the local parks in Auckland. And it's a chance for us as a community to come together and to fulfill the mitzvah of lighting the Chanukiah, and also do as the Talmud says, publicize the story of Hanukkah and to tell the story of the miracle of Hanukkah. So it's a really fantastic opportunity to really share all the good and positive news that comes out of Israel, and it's a fantastic opportunity for the whole community to come together and share in this festival. For many, though, the mitzvah of Hanukkah and lighting the candles and sharing that miracle actually takes place online. Especially noticed that this year, where my social media seems awash with Chanukiahs lit at different days all across the world. And coming from New Zealand, where we are the first to light, it's really lovely to see the Hanukkah day last for truly 24 hours and more as the day goes on, which is so beautiful. And it's a really lovely way for people who maybe can't put a Chanukiah by their window to share their story and share the Hanukkah miracle with their friends. And it just reminds us that although it's really important that we light the Chanukiah and that we share the story with those who may not know the story, who are outside the faith, and use it as interfaith work, which is hugely important, it's also really great that we can share the Hanukkah story amongst the Jewish community worldwide, and that we can link communities such as New Zealand to communities in the UK and in Israel and in America and in Sydney tomorrow night with Cantor Leah Jacobs. We can use social media to remind us that we are actually one small link in a very large link across the world, which is so beautiful, and a timely reminder that we are one small link in a very large chain. And I think one of the great things about this Hanukkah cast for me has been to encourage me to light the candles every night and to remember that Hanukkah is about telling stories and spinning the dreidel, but also lighting the candles and fulfilling that mitzvah. I had a friend come over last night, and she had seen my Hanukkah on Facebook, and she saw it, and she came into my flat and she said, "Where are all the candles?" And I said, "Well, they melt every night, and we don't blow them out." And she was sort of surprised by that. And she said, "Well, what happens if you don't light the Hanukkah candles?" And I said, "Well, we don't have implications here in Judaism. We I do it because it reminds me of home and it gives me that link to my family and friends, which is what this Chanu-cast has done for me as well. So thank you everyone who came up from this idea last year and who continued it this year. So I'm going to light the Chanukah candles now, if you'd like to join me. I'm just going to get my Tree of Life, which I got last week. Fantastic Tree of Life, which you can find the blessings and all the readings for Chanukah in on page 8 and 9. So before we say the blessing, we're going to light the shamash. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. And as we light the Chanukah candles, we start with day 7. We say Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim la'avotenu bayamim hahem ubazman hazeh. We kindle these lights to commemorate the wonders, the victories, and the marvelous and consoling deeds which you performed for our ancestors through your holy priests in those days at this season. During all the 8 days of Chanukah, these lights are holy, and we are not permitted to make use of them, but only to see them in order to thank your name for the wondrous victories and the marvelous deeds. Ma'otso Yeshuati lechano eleshabeach. Tikkun beit tefilati b'sham toda lezabeach li'et tashbit mabeach mitzabeach azekmo v'shir mizmor Chanukah tamizbeach. Chanukah Sameach, Shavua Tov, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. See you, bye.